featuring stories from the leaders in venture capital. This is Venture Capital Radio with Shannon Pearson on AM 650.
Thanks for joining us on Venture Capital Radio. I'm Shannon, and I'm back in the studio with Enwave Corporation. They joined us a couple weeks back talking about their dehydration technology, and I'm joined by Brent Charleton, the Director of Corporate Affairs. So thanks for being here, Brent.
Thanks again, Shannon.
Well, you guys have such a great story. I just want to kind of touch back on some of the things that we've already discussed because we've met both CEOs, Dr. Tim Durrance and John McNichol. And, you know, this company is, first of all, I want to encourage everybody to go to the internet and look you up at enwave.net because that holds a lot of this information. But essentially, you got a dream team of leadership. Dr. Tim Durrance is a celebrated leader in science.
That's true. Yeah, he's received many awards over the past few years here, celebrating his development of the REV technology.
Yep. So that side of it is fantastic. The other side that's very important for any company is the business management side. And John McNichol, also CEO, has a very strong track record in business.
That's true. He's had tremendous past success, and more specifically in two different businesses that focused on drying technologies. Both unique in their own right, but he was able to take those businesses from small initial revenues to plus $100 million in revenues per year, which was two great feats, and that provides him with a tremendous amount of experience to bring to Enwave as we go forward.
Well, absolutely. I think a lot of people would like to be able to say they've done that once in a career, let alone twice, and now he's on his third.
I know I would. I know.
Yeah,
Nice.
with Enwave. So here we are with Enwave, and just to give a very, a description of the company, you're described as an industrial technology company developing commercial applications for the proprietary dehydration technology called Radiant Energy Vacuum, which is REV, and that's how you refer to it quite often in your news releases and information on the site.
That's correct.
Okay, so you have some pretty exciting news, though, that came out in April.
More recently we were able to announce that finally one of our partners, Milne Fruit Products, based down in Idaho and Washington in the United States, have actually begun to produce commercially saleable products, being dried blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries, both in the whole fruit and powdered form, which is our first real true penetration into the U.S. snack and fruit market.
That's a pretty big market.
It's a huge market, and we couldn't be happier working with such a class organization as such as Milne Fruit Products.
Excellent. So they have actually taken this technology that you have and adapted it to what they do and put it in practice.
That's right. So we successfully installed a turnkey plant at their facilities in Idaho with our partners in collaboration, Hans Binder, a machine builder out of Germany. And that announcement in April was, announcing to the marketplace and also to the customers of Milne that they could now obtain those products from them going forward. And thus far, what we've heard is that they've had tremendous feedback, and the food broker network that they have established in North America, which covers about 90% of the geographic area, is that they potentially could be looking into the future here to purchase additional machines based on that demand. So that's still yet to be determined, obviously.
Yes.
But there is a strong possibility based on that feedback that there's their potential there.
So I just want to make sure I understand this clearly. So basically, this company, Milne, has dehydration fruit products that they sell to practically 90% of the United States.
Well, Milne itself, it's been around since the 1950s, and it has an established food broker network that has been working with them to distribute their products that they've been selling over the past 60, 70 years here, where it was fruit purees, septics, fruit juices, etc.
Okay.
And this is their first time that they've actually dived into the dried fruit market. So having that existing proven food broker network allows them to have immediate distribution to the end consumers, which, provides the perfect opportunity when you're developing a new product to get that to market.
And where Enwave comes in is being able to provide that technology that allows them to do that.
That's right. Without the technology, they wouldn't be able to produce these unique products with the higher levels of nutrients, colors, and flavors, and being able to give them the opportunities for further diverse applications.
So they have put this plant, you have helped them to develop this plant.
That's correct.
And they, like I say, you touched on the 90% geographically.
Yes.
That's the United States is a pretty big place.
It is.
And they cover most of it.
it's the largest market in the world, and having Milne there developing the market shows our other bigger collaborators, our tier one clients such as the Nestle's, the Kellogg's, etc., that these products can be viable in the marketplace and can be produced on a large scale via our commercial scale machinery, and provides them with a higher level of confidence going forward when it comes to decision making on whether or not they would like to transition from that R&D phase into royalty-bearing commercial agreements.
Okay, you're listening to Venture Capital Radio on AM 650, and I'm talking to Enwave Corporation, and specifically Brent Charleton, the Director of Corporate Affairs, and we're just kind of recapping what Enwave has been up to and the fact that Milne Fruit Products has taken on this dehydration technology that Enwave has developed and put it into implementation and commercial production for their dried fruit product that they distribute throughout the United States.
That's correct.
So what it makes me think is you have some other partnerships that are alluded to, well, not even alluded to, they're actually listed in the news release. But let's focus the fact that there's the food market that is very, very much about the dehydration, because you guys have this technology that allows companies to do it faster and cheaper. But then there's the pharmaceutical side as well, which it applies to. So when you're looking at companies like Merck, which is a company that you've been in talks with, are they able to look at the food side commercial process and see where it might be able to apply to what they would want to do?
Yeah, absolutely. All of our collaborators, our R&D collaborators, can point to Milne Fruit Products and see the quality of the machines that are being built on a commercial scale. And from that evidence, they can feel more comfortable entering into, machine orders, etc., because they know what the end product quality is going to be. So Milne is truly a star for us, and we can showcase them to our other clients in hopes that it impresses them enough to be able to go forward.
That's exciting, to say the least. Now, what I really like about this, and we haven't touched on it, we touched on it in a previous interview with John McNichol about the business side of Enwave, in the sense that you have this technology, it offers a great solution to the people that you collaborate with from the R&D side, but what it does is provide a royalty stream.
That's correct.
To Enwave.
Right. With our business model, we bring a level of cost savings, efficiency in terms of the throughput and the time of that dehydration process, as well as that giving them the ability to produce products that have a higher level of quality. By creating that amount of value, we can justify charging an ongoing royalty revenue stream and taking a percentage of the cost savings that they get by using our technology.
So really, the cost savings side of it, that's a really nice way to do it, because it's a win-win.
Yeah, the cost savings and I suppose the higher end or higher valued products that they can produce using our technology. So by them making larger profits, we can justify taking a small percentage of that going forward, and it's a win-win situation because they become more profitable, and we also reap the benefits of that.
Absolutely, and you are a publicly traded company on the Venture Exchange, the symbol ENW, but you also trade in Europe.
That's right, on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Again, we have about a third of our shareholders located over in Europe. We actually just came back from a roadshow meeting with a variety of institutional and retail investors over there, and it's a very focused area that we have going forward with our investor relations work.
So it touches on a few things. You have the science side led by Dr. Tim Durrance, award-winning. What are the awards he's won recently?
Most recently, he won the Life Sciences British Columbia Award for Innovation and Achievement, and that related directly to his work in developing the technology in the biomaterial area. And obviously that R&D agreement that we announced with Merck, provided a little bit more power behind that application. He also was awarded another innovation award by the BC Agricultural Foundation this past year. There's a lot. There's a few that passed over he won the fellowship from the CIFST, which is the Canadian Food Technologist Organization, more recently. So, there's a lot of awards that we could talk about here, but we can go to another time.
He's definitely a solid leader for the company, as is John McNichol with his background and taking two previous projects to multi-million-dollar status.
That's right.
So this company, I really want to encourage everybody, Enwave Corporation, they're at enwave.net, publicly traded, and we have the food business, we have the science business, we have collaboration on the R&D side going on, and taking it to commercial production with Milne Fruits in the U.S. Now, a lot of things lead to a win-win situation with what you guys have set up here, because you have the companies being able to do what they do cheaper and faster with your technology, and then you have Enwave being able to reap the benefits of them being able to do that.
That's right.
Which is sustainable business moving forward. So from a shareholder perspective, you're adding ongoing value.
Yeah, I mean, that's the potential of Enwave Corporation, and that inherently reflects into our valuation on the stock market currently, is that potential. Obviously, there are still a lot of challenges to overcome to reach commercialization with these larger companies, but we still feel confident that the merits of our technology will warrant increased attention and potential there with those clients.
So with the commercial production that's in place right now, is that something that people can go and look at and see how it works?
There are videos available online for certain types of our technology where you can actually see products going through the process and being dehydrated coming out the other side.
Okay.
Going forward, we hope to have more media available, particularly focusing on some of the turnkey plants that have recently been started up, but that would come out over the next few months here, I suppose.
Okay. And that's the one thing with being a publicly traded company. It's just you always have things going on, and like you said, you just came back from a road trip.
Yes.
On the other side of the world.
Yeah, we were in Dubai and in Germany doing some, again, investor relations work and meeting with some different funds over there, and basically just raising the awareness of our company. We're talking to billion-dollar funds, and when they look at a company like ours, they're not going to buy 10,000, 20,000 shares. They're looking at acquiring up to 30% of a company. So it was nice to establish those relationships going forward, and if we continually progress and their eyes stay on the company, there's always that opportunity for investment going forward.
Well, when you have partnerships coming in place, like with the collaboration that goes on, some of these companies that are listed, Nestle, they're the biggest, are they not? Or one of them?
Yeah, well, Nestle is the biggest food company in the world. They have a variety of different sectors where they are market leaders, and we're currently working with them in one particular area, which we have never been able to publicly disseminate based on the confidential information that we keep within that relationship. But that being said, they are a tremendous opportunity for us, and we hope to continually have success going forward with them.
So Nestle speaks volumes. I mean, Milne is a like you say, they're a great flagship for you, and they give a lot of examples to what the potential is, what could come.
That's right.
But you also have Kellogg's Ocean Spray Cranberries, Hormel.
Yeah, Hormel, Hormel produces Spam. We're not doing Spam, trust me.
Awesome.
Not doing Spam, but variety of different meat, snack products, etc.
Okay. So, I mean, really the applications with the technology that Enwave has is pretty much endless.
There is a large amount of markets that we could potentially apply our technology to, which then again, adds to the potential of Enwave and our technology.
Well, and Dr. Tim Durrance, we did meet with him initially here in the studio, and he doesn't strike me as somebody that just stops trying stuff. So, my thinking is that Dr. Tim Durrance will continue to play on the science side of things and see what else can come up with this technology. And I watched him in a YouTube clip, actually, and he was saying how motivating and inspiring it is to be working with students as well.
He's a fantastic leader. More importantly, he's a fantastic teacher. So he's able to pass on that knowledge that he has gained over the course of his career to our employees and also to the students that he's mentored over the years. Yeah.
And so one of the key themes to Venture Capital Radio that I always come across with companies is the team of the company matters. So it's never just one person. It's the collaboration of an entire team of people. So I want to, bring that point and really drive it home that the team at Enwave Corporation is first class, not only in as far as people goes, because I've met both the CEOs and yourself, and it's first class, but it's also the track record. So the track record speaks for itself, and then moving forward, as you say, there's potential. There's always going to be potential there, and Milne Fruits is definitely a first feather in the cap.
That's right.
And it sounds like it's likely that there's going to be more to come.
Yeah, we hope with Milne, again, with their successful feedback from their customers, that we hope that they could potentially put in further machine orders over the course of the year. We think there's potential there for that to happen, and we'll just wait and see what goes on.
So stay tuned to Enwave.net. That is the best place to go. You're also on Twitter.
That's correct.
But I think the website is probably the first stop to make.
Yeah, definitely. Enwave.net provides you with some comprehensive information both about our technology, our business developments, and also our partners.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks, Shannon.
It's a great update. We'll talk to you again.
Take care.
This is Venture Capital Radio on AM 650.